What if I told you that one of the most profitable businesses in America isn't a tech startup, a luxury brand, or a viral online company? It's a row of locked metal doors. Every day, millions of people pay monthly fees to store furniture, old boxes, business inventory, and things they rarely even use. Most customers visit their unit only a few times a year, yet the payments keep coming in month after month. Today, we are breaking down how a self storage business can realistically generate millions of dollars in annual revenue and why investors quietly considered it one of the most powerful, boring businesses in the world. Think about the last time you saw a self storage facility: long hallways, security gates, hundreds of identical units. It doesn't look exciting. In fact, most people drive past these buildings without giving them a second thought. But here's what makes self storage unusual. The product is incredibly simple. The business rents empty space, there is no manufacturing, no complicated inventory, and no need to constantly create new products. Once the facility is built, the same storage units can be rented thousands of times over many years. That's why entrepreneurs love this industry. Simplicity creates scalability. At first, it seems strange that someone would spend hundreds of dollars every month just to store belongings. But the demand is driven by real life events. People move to a new city, couples get married, families get divorced, children leave for college. Small businesses need extra space for tools, inventory, or documents. Self storage isn't selling space, it's selling convenience during periods of change. And because those life events happen constantly, demand remains surprisingly steady even when the economy slows down. Let's look at a simplified example. Imagine a modern self storage facility with 800 units. The average rent across all unit sizes is $180 per month. If the facility maintains a 92% occupancy rate, about 736 units are rented at any given time. 736 units multiplied by $180 equals roughly $132,000 in monthly rental income. Over a year, that's approximately $1.58 million from a single location. Now add additional revenue sources: climate controlled unit upgrades, insurance commissions, late fees, truck rentals, packing supplies, business mailbox services. A strong facility might generate between 1.8 and $2 million annually from just one property. So, how do operators reach $10 million a year? They don't rely on one giant facility. They build a portfolio. Five well performing locations generating around $2 million each can produce approximately $10 million in annual revenue. This is where self storage becomes incredibly powerful. Most businesses must constantly find new customers to survive. A restaurant needs new diners every day, an online store needs new orders every week. A storage business is different. Customers often keep their unit for months or even years. Some even forget they still have it. As long as the monthly payment is processed automatically, the revenue continues with very little additional effort from the owner. Investors call this recurring revenue, and it's one of the most valuable characteristics any business can have. Predictable cash flow makes planning, expansion, and financing much easier. Of course, $10 million in revenue is not the same as $10 million in profit. The main expenses usually include property taxes, loan payments, staff salaries, security systems, utilities for climate controlled buildings, maintenance and repairs, plus marketing and online advertising. However, compared with many other real estate businesses, self storage has relatively low operating costs. There are no kitchens to maintain, no large housekeeping team, and no expensive inventory that can expire or become obsolete. Well managed facilities can achieve healthy operating margins, which is one reason large investment firms have invested billions of dollars into this industry. The path to $10 million usually follows a repeatable system. First, an operator acquires or develops one facility in a growing suburban area. They improve occupancy through online marketing, better security, and competitive pricing. Once the property becomes stable, they use the increased value to help finance a second location, then a third, then a fourth. Because the operations are similar across every property, one management team can often oversee multiple facilities. Software handles reservations, billing, access control, and customer communication. The business becomes less dependent on the owner's daily involvement and more dependent on efficient systems. A storage facility in the wrong location can struggle for years. A facility in the right location can fill up quickly and raise prices regularly. Successful operators look for growing populations, new housing developments, limited nearby storage competition, high apartment density, and strong small business activity. In many cities across the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, Australia, and parts of Europe, urban living spaces are getting smaller, while people continue accumulating more possessions. That long term trend creates ongoing demand for external storage space. Here's the biggest misconception about self storage. People think it's passive income from day one. It isn't. Finding land, obtaining permits, constructing the facility, financing the project, and reaching high occupancy can take years. The real opportunity is not instant wealth, it's building a durable asset that can produce cash flow for decades, while the underlying real estate itself may also increase in value. So, the next time you pass a self storage facility, remember that behind those ordinary metal doors could be a business generating millions of dollars every year through one of the simplest business models ever created, renting empty space to people who need a little more room for their lives. Sometimes the most profitable businesses aren't the most glamorous. They are the ones solving everyday problems so consistently that customers keep paying month after month, year after year. If you enjoyed this business breakdown, subscribe for more documentaries exploring the hidden economics behind the world's most profitable industries.